Racers ready!
Downhill skateboarding and street luge are considered the ultimate challenge. Highly talented, fearless competitors hurtling down unforgivingly steep, hair-raisingly tight and twisting circuits at breakneck speeds on state-of-the-art, highly technical skateboards. Welcome to the World Downhill Skateboarding Championship, the WDSC, a multi-event international series showcasing the spectacular sporting disciplines of downhill skateboarding and street luge in their purest forms, heralding a new and exciting era for the sport.
Downhill is sick.
Mountain skating speed. Downhill skateboarding to me is family.
Downhill skateboarding is fun.
Adrenaline, full adrenaline.
Is a rush.
So for me, downhill skateboarding is about freedom.
Downhill skateboarding is freeing. It's freeing the mind.
Brought to life by the World Gravity Sports Federation and UK-based Race Marketing and Management, the World Downhill Skateboarding Championship is set to take downhill street sports to the next level.
I think this sport has not been pushed in that sense enough. I think it's quite spectacular and a lot of people could get into it if there was a proper structure behind it, which as athletes we've been lacking, which has made it also difficult for us. This organization come through and help us out with the races, help us out with coverage. Having these types of interviews which we wouldn't have had before also helps us as professionals to push it to another level, basically.
This is our first impression of what the WGSF is going to be doing. It sounds really good. We're all excited for what the next level for the sport is going to be, and as a family together supporting it, it's definitely going to come out well.
The WDSC World Cup Series will crown a champion in the Open Downhill Skateboarding Division, as well as in the Open Street Luge Division, in a multiple event series that will determine the respective world champions from points amassed at each event in each category, attracting the world's top international competitors in men's and women's downhill and street luge. The spectacular event weekends are run over 2 or 3 days with technical inspection, a minimum of 2 practice sessions, official qualifying, and round-robin knockout heats, culminating in the finals. The inaugural series in 2022 will consist of 3 European races, and it all begins in Monticiano, Siena, Italy, with a Thermal Speed Temple International Race, where an impressive international entry of more than 70 riders from around the world gathered for round 1, headlined by a raft of champions and racing legends, including the likes of former TST champion Diego Poncelet from Spain and world champion Harry Clark from Australia, who topped the list of riders in downhill. Also racing in Monticiano were the inline and gravity bike categories. In this program, we bring you all the men's downhill action from Monticiano. Downhill is arguably the most demanding and breathtaking discipline in the WDSC, requiring technical skill, intense focus, and steely nerves. It was a talent-packed roster in Monticiano, starting with a field of 64 as riders raced in groups of 4 in their quest for the finals and a shot at the Thermal Speed Temple title in the downhill stand-up category. One of the biggest names in the field is last year's TST champion Diego Poncelet of Spain.
We had a race last year which went really well for me. I was able to win it. And now this is the second time, but we have more people. There's been the Americans who have come, the Australians, and just all of Europe. So it's a huge challenge, and tomorrow is going to be very difficult. One person that impressed me a lot is Scott Mano, which is one of the most upcoming riders of right now. He was taking that chicane the most impressive of anyone, I think. he's a bit lighter, so it's difficult for him in the qualifying, but he's one of the guys to look out.
If anyone can take on Poncelet, it's reigning world champion Harry Clark of Australia.
This is our first time back in Europe. Very excited to be racing a new track. This is the first time that I think a lot of us have been here. They ran the event 1 year previous, but for most of the internationals here, this is their first year. So it's a lot of learning. It's fast track. The pavement is not perfect, so there's a lot to think about. You're getting a lot of response out of your board. There's a lot of fast guys here. You name him. Diego Poncelet, last year's winner. He's always going to be one to look out for. And then Stefano Barbizzi, who was also in the finals here in the previous event. Shannon Tully, my fellow countryman from Australia. The dark horse, mate. Never count out Shannon Tully. I don't think when racing comes, once you get that draft into play, like, it's anyone's game.
There was a raft of great names, including French riders Yanis Markarian and Adrian Painel.
For this season, I expect discovering myself, and I got a lot better, but I didn't get a chance to see my level compared to everyone else. And so I'm super stoked to see how I go through the season.
Americans Chase Hiller, Owen Fox, and Adam Westfall.
Yeah, I'm feeling ready. I prepared a lot in the off season, especially this last off season. So I'm feeling very prepared to put it down today and tomorrow and see how we go.
Australians Scott Mano and Shannon Tully, and Swiss riders Fabio Minig and Gregoire Schwab. The track in Italy was set to challenge, tight, very fast and technical, with a very demanding final chicane that would require every bit of nerve and skill on the part of the riders.
The track is taxing. It's mentally a gauntlet for sure.
So it's not too long, but it's very intense, very fast. Couple with that first corner's got a little pavement patch on it, so it feels like it's wet. You just kind of like drift over the top and then into one of the only braking zones of the track, where it's a small left into a right. And this corner is really important because after that corner it goes a little flat. So any exit speed that you can gain out of that righty is going to be super, super important for your time.
And then you get to the chicane, which when your heart is starting to go crazy at that moment. And there's a left-right that you're going probably about 95 kilometers per hour. And until you're in the corner, you're not seeing the apex. So you have to kind of trust yourself and your instincts. And once you're out, you're like, oh my goodness, that was the coolest thing ever. So yeah, amazing track.
Time trials got the action going in Monticiano as racers hit the mountain to set their fastest times. Big names like Yanis Markarian, Adrian Painel, and Chase Hiller couldn't make the top 5. Aussie rider Shannon Tully got 5th spot with a 1-minute 40.96 second run. Oscar Rodriguez had a solid run, laying down a descent time of 1-minute 40.92 seconds. In 3rd place was Italian racer Stefano Barbizzi, who ran an exceptional run of 1-minute 40.74 seconds.
Well, the times they were doing all kinds of crazy stuff. They're still moving around. I think we all thought that they were going to be getting slower around this time because it's getting hot, but people are still improving.
The reigning world champion from down under, Harry Clark.
We got one coming in right now. Harry Clark with a 1:40.29. That's really good. I'm not sure where that's going to put him, but that's a really strong time. So,
could anyone beat Clark? Last year's Monticiano champion Diego Poncelet of Spain hit the road and went flying. 1-minute 39.74 seconds. That seals the deal for Poncelet.
So I'm very happy for that. I'm a bit disappointed that I didn't beat my track record from last year, but the track conditions have changed.
The final results, the top 5, Poncelet gets it, Clark 2nd, then Barbizzi, Rodriguez, and Tully 5th. And so the race was on, starting with a round of 64, which saw some stiff competition and high adrenaline action. The big surprise was the absence of the 3rd place qualifier, Stefano Barbizzi. The top 2 of each group of 4 proceeding to the next round, the round of 32, where Andrea Moreni was eliminated. Also unable to progress from the round of 32 were the likes of Olav Oye, Matteo Rodinis, Thibaut Mamin, and Janos Szabo. In the first quarterfinal, it was Diego Poncelet, Gregory Schwab, Chase Hiller, and Samuel Schuler. Gregory Schwab took the early lead ahead of Chase Hiller second, Diego Poncelet third, and Samuel Schuler fourth. Diego Poncelet moves up into second in the fourth exit from Chase Hiller. Poncelet then moves up on Gregory Schwab. And just before the seventh curve, Poncelet finds the speed he needs to pass Schwab. They are neck and neck at the finish line. Poncelet gets it by millimeters. Poncelet and Schwab in the semis. The second quarterfinal group featured Oscar Rodriguez, Owen Fox, Shannon Tully, and Andreas Bouclier. Shannon Tully gets the lane advantage and moves into first from the get-go. Oscar Rodriguez behind him in second. Owen Fox in third. Andreas Bouclier in fourth. Owen Fox loses control and takes a big fall before the third turn. Here's a look at what happened from Fox's helmet cam. Looks like there was contact with Oscar Rodriguez. Andreas Bouclier falling back of the two leaders, where we see Oscar Rodriguez pass Shannon Tully for the lead. The final chicane, and Oscar Rodriguez takes the quarterfinal heat ahead of Shannon Tully second, Andreas Bouclier third, and missing out on a semifinal slot. The third quarterfinal heat, Yanis Markarian, Romain Soloso, Adam Westphal, and Alexandros Souganakis. Adam Westphal takes the early lead ahead of Markarian second, Souganakis third, and Romain Soloso fourth. Romain Soloso loses control, he takes a huge fall, and he breaks his leg. Adam Westphal still leads, Markarian second, but it's very tight. Yanis Markarian passes Westphal before the seventh curve. Souganakis also passes Westphal to move into second. But Markarian and Souganakis almost crash, and Westphal finds his way through them to reclaim the lead at the last second. Westphal wins, Markarian second. They move up into the semis. The fourth and final quarterfinal with Patrick Switzer, Harry Clark, Adrian Paynell, and Scott Mano. Great start from the Australian Harry Clark, who moves up into the early lead. Paynell second, Switzer third, and Mano fourth. Scott Mano passes Switzer on the inside of that curve to move into third. Adrian Paynell looking for a way around Clark, the Frenchman right on the Aussie's tail. But Harry Clark fends off the Paynell challenge and holds firm for a quarterfinal win and a place in the semis alongside Paynell. The quarterfinals over, 8 riders left: Diego Poncelet, Gregory Schwab, Oscar Rodriguez, Shannon Tully, Adam Westphal, Yanis Markarian, Harry Clark, and Adrian Paynell. The first semi-final heat, the top two from each heat move into the final. In Heat 1, it's Gregory Schwab, Shannon Tully, Oscar Rodriguez, and Diego Poncelet. The race is on. Shannon Tully has a powerful start to edge into the lead, while Gregory Schwab falls back in fourth. Tully leads. Behind him, it's Oscar Rodriguez in second, and then Diego Poncelet in third after the first curve. Great move from last year's champion Diego Poncelet, who overhauls Rodriguez. Poncelet in second behind Tully. Through the third curve, Tully still leads, but Poncelet and Rodriguez have wicked speed as they chase the Australian leader. Poncelet and Rodriguez are neck and neck on the gin tonic exit, fighting for a final spot. The final chicane. Look at the speed on Rodriguez as he passes Tully, and then Poncelet also passes Tully right near the end. Tully drops to third. Diego Poncelet is very close to the new race leader Rodriguez. The final straight, and Poncelet does it. He passes Rodriguez to take the first semi-final heat and a place in the final alongside Rodriguez. Tully third, Schwab fourth. What an action-packed first semi-final heat. The lead changing hands twice as Poncelet and Rodriguez booked their places in the final.
I fight with Diego in the flat part. So Diego was second, I was third, and...
Okay, so everyone hits the king slide.
And then I get back better exit speed after the corner. And then we catch draft.
And then you catch draft with
We try because Diego goes part to part, like parallel with me.
Yeah.
And I cannot do anything. Like we just like...
The second semi-final heat with Harry Clark, Yannis Markarian, Adrian Paynell, and Adam Westphal competing for the final two slots. Great start from Clark and Markarian as they push off with a fast exit. Paynell and Westphal falling behind them. Westphal moves up into third. Adrian Paynell fourth. Harry Clark leading, but with Yannis Markarian right on his tail. Behind them on the fourth exit, Paynell finds the speed to move past Westphal and into third. Masterful ride from Harry Clark, still in the lead. But before the seventh curve, Yannis Markarian finds a way past the Australian. Markarian is the second semi-final heat leader. Magnificent performance from the Frenchman as Yannis Markarian takes the heat win ahead of Harry Clark, both of whom move up into the finals, leaving behind Adrian Paynell and Adam Westphal. And so there were only 4 left to contest the final.
I had a safe run with Yannis. He passed me into the chicane, and then we make an air brake. I was like, okay, he's not going to slide, we're safe. We didn't go too deep, and then, yeah, I caught back up, and then we finished super tight.
Before the finals round was a consolation run for the 4 semi-finalists who didn't make it into the final, and also a Masters heat. The Consi had Gregory Schwab, Shannon Tully, Adrian Paynell, and Adam Westphal locking horns. Shannon Tully jumped to the lead from the start with Adam Westphal right behind him. But going into the third corner, Adam Westphal took a nasty spill out and injured. Here it is again, the Consi field reduced to 3. Adrian Paynell was building speed as he got past Gregory Schwab to move into second. And then Paynell caught up with Shannon Tully, Paynell passing the Australian to take the Consi lead, but only just. Tully and Paynell are very close. This will be tight. And it's Paynell who just finishes a nose ahead of Tully. Adrian Paynell is the consolation round winner. In the Masters round, 4 legends raced against each other and the hill. The man in front from start to finish, Patrick Switzer. He takes the Masters win with a very comfortable margin. Second place goes to Garrett Geiger, third place Matteo Rodinis, and fourth place goes to Janos Szabo. And so the final of the Thermal Speed Temple longboard downhill, just 4 men left standing, Harry Clark, Diego Poncelet, Oscar Rodriguez, and Yannis Markarian as they enter the final race to see who will be the king of the hill in Monticiano.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Racers ready!
The final run is on. Great start from Harry Clark, the Australian powering into the lead with some strong legwork. Oscar Rodriguez in second. Then it's Yanis Markari in third and Diego Poncelet fourth. As Markarian moves in and closes the gap with Oscar Rodriguez. Rodriguez, in turn, moves up on race leader Harry Clark. There is very little separating the riders. It all comes down to these final few curves and straights. Rodriguez breathing down Harry Clark's neck. Behind them, good move from Diego Poncelet, who finds the space to get past Yanis Markarian and moves into third. But Poncelet is not done as he glides his way past Rodriguez and into second. Just one man left. Race leader Harry Clark. Can he catch the Aussie ace? Poncelet right on Clark's tail, but Clark holds off the Spaniard. The final turn. This is going to be tight. Incredible speed on Diego Poncelet. He catches Clark on the final straight. They are neck and neck, and he does it. Poncelet, in the final seconds, takes the TST title. What a win. Oscar Rodriguez passes Yanis Markarian for third place.
Incredible. Both the race and how I feel like the adrenaline right now is extreme. And we had an amazing race with Oscar, Yanis, and Harry, and it was just super close, battling, just perfect. What we did is we were battling Yanis, Oscar, and me behind Harry, who was leading the pack. And into the left before the straight, I put myself in the inside of Oscar. And so I chopped him in there, and then I drafted Harry through the long straight. I got up a bit to control my speed before the chicane, and then I passed him on the exit with quite a bit of speed, but it was on the limit. Like, if there was 10 or 20 meters less of track, he would have won the race. So it was on the limit. It's how we like it anyways.
Diego Poncelet is the WDSC Monteciano Downhill Stand-Up Skateboard Champion for 2022. Harry Clark runner-up and Oscar Rodriguez third. That concludes the inaugural first round of the 2022 WDSC World Championship. See you in Kozakov in the Czech Republic for round 2. Race was on.
Here we go, folks. The Open Street Luge World Downhill Skateboarding Championship.
Abdelmajsan is dominating at the front
of turn number 5. Beautiful pass. Oh, huge crash there. David Frager. Colby Parks almost making contact. Oh no! Telegraph is down. Side by side. Marco Menino from Italy grabs it on the line. Unbelievable racing.